Most beginners buy the wrong laser engraver for one simple reason. They choose a machine before they understand what they actually want to engrave. Some lasers are better for wood, some are better for metal, some are easier to use, and some are complete overkill for a first machine. In this video, I'll show you the best laser engravers for beginners, and more importantly, how to choose the right one without wasting your money. Before getting into the picks, I want to quickly cover the questions most beginners ask before buying. Which type of laser should you get? What materials can it actually engrave or cut? How much power do you really need? Is it safe to use at home? Can it engrave metal? How hard is it to set up? Those are the questions that matter because once those make sense, choosing the right machine gets a whole lot easier. The first thing to understand is that not all laser engravers are the same. The three names that come up most are diode, CO2, and fiber. A diode laser is usually the easiest starting point for beginners. It's the most common first machine, it's usually the least expensive way in, and it works well for materials like wood, leather, paper, and a lot of coated or painted surfaces. A CO2 laser is stronger for cutting and is especially good for materials like clear acrylic, but the machines are usually bigger and more demanding. A fiber laser is the one people usually look at for serious metal work, but for a first machine, it's often far more specialized and expensive than most people actually need. That leads directly to the next beginner question. What materials can it actually handle? This is where a lot of people make expensive mistakes. If the plan is to engrave wood signs, leather patches, gift items, tumblers, coasters, and acrylic crafts, a beginner-friendly diode machine may be all that's needed. But if the dream is deep metal engraving or cutting a lot of clear acrylic, that's a different conversation. The right machine starts with the material, not just the wattage or the price tag. And just as important as what a laser can work on is what it should never work on. This part matters. Some materials can release dangerous fumes when hit by a laser. PVC and vinyl are two of the big ones to avoid because they can produce toxic and corrosive gases. Unknown plastics are a bad idea too, so if there's one safety rule to remember early, it's this. Never assume every sheet material is laser safe just because it looks like plastic or craft material. Another question beginners ask all the time is how much power they actually need. You'll see machines labeled 5 watt, 10 watt, 20 watt, 40 watt, and so on, and it's easy to assume bigger is always better. But power matters to be understood in context. More wattage usually helps with faster cutting, thicker material, and fewer passes. But if the goal is mostly engraving gifts, tags, leather, wood, and small craft projects, then jumping straight to a more powerful machine may not be necessary. Power matters, but so do safety, ease of use, software, workspace, and what materials are actually being used. Another big beginner mistake is not separating engraving from cutting. Engraving means marking or etching the surface. Cutting means slicing all the way through the material. Some machines do both, but not all of them do both equally well. A machine that is perfect for clean engraving on metal tags or jewelry is not automatically the best first choice for cutting thicker wood. That difference matters a lot when choosing the right machine. Safety is another big beginner concern, and honestly, it should be. A laser engraver is not just another desktop gadget. Ventilation matters, eye safety matters, smoke management matters, and enclosures matter. Some machines are much more beginner-friendly because they come enclosed, easier to manage, and better suited for home use. Others are more open and require more attention to setup, fumes, and workspace discipline. So when I say a machine is beginner-friendly, I'm not just talking about whether it turns on easily. I'm also talking about whether it feels safer and less intimidating to use at home. Software matters too. A laser machine can have impressive specs, but if the setup and software are frustrating, a beginner can lose interest fast. Some machines work with popular programs like LightBurn, while others offer their own guided software or app-based workflow. For a first machine, easier software can matter just as much as raw laser power, because the first goal is not mastering every advanced setting. The first goal is getting from unboxing to a successful first project without feeling lost. And finally, there's Workspace. A lot of first-time buyers forget to think about size. The machine itself takes up space, the engraving area limits project size, and ventilation may also shape where the machine can be used. A compact machine may be perfect for tags, cups, jewelry, and small gift items. A larger machine may make more sense for signs, batch work, or bigger crafts. So once again, the best beginner laser engraver is not automatically the biggest or the most expensive. It's the one that fits the kind of projects that are actually going to get made. With that out of the way, let's get into the picks. My best overall laser engraver for beginners is the Creality Falcon A1 10W, and the reason it takes this spot is simple. It checks the most beginner boxes at the same time. It's enclosed, it's designed to be beginner-friendly, it includes camera positioning, and it comes with air assist. And Creality says there's no assembly, which is a huge plus for anyone who wants a smoother first experience. On top of that, it offers 10 watts of optical power, a 305 by 381 millimeter work area, and speeds up to 600 millimeters per second. On Amazon, it's even marketed directly as beginner-friendly and Class 1 and closed, which tells you exactly who this machine is for. What makes this such a strong first pick is not just the power, it's the combination of power, safety, and ease of use. 10 watts is a very sensible place for beginners because it's enough to do real work without immediately throwing someone into the higher cost, higher complexity end of the category. The enclosure matters because it makes the machine feel less intimidating and more home-friendly. The camera matters because positioning is one of those things that sounds small until you ruin materials by placing designs in the wrong spot. And the no assembly angle matters because a lot of beginners do not want their first laser experience to feel like a mechanical project before the creative part even starts. This is the pick I'd recommend for someone who wants one machine that can introduce them to laser engraving in the cleanest way possible. Wood, leather, acrylic, coated items, and a lot of common craft materials are exactly where this kind of machine starts to make sense. It also answers one of the biggest beginner fears, which is setup overwhelm. If the first machine feels safe, guided, and easy to start with, the odds of actually sticking with the hobby go way up. The main downside is that it's still a diode machine, so it does not magically replace a CO2 or a fiber laser for specialized tasks. But as a first all-around beginner pick, this is a very strong place to start. My next pick is the xTool F1, and this is the best pick for beginners who care about portability, faster customization, and small item engraving. This machine is very different from a larger bench-style engraver. The xTool F1 combines a 10-watt diode laser with a 2-watt infrared laser, which is a big reason it stands out. That dual laser setup means it can handle a wider range of materials than a simple single-laser beginner machine, especially if metal marking is part of the plan. It also engraves at 4,000 millimeters per second, weighs about 4.6 kilograms, comes pre-assembled, and has a working area of 115 by 115 millimeters that can be expanded with accessories. xTool also says a beginner can go from unboxing to a first engraving in as little as 15 minutes. This machine makes a lot of sense for someone who wants to personalize tumblers, tags, jewelry, business cards, gift items, and smaller objects. It's not the machine I'd choose first for someone wanting large signs or bigger flat projects because the work area is one of the trade-offs. But for speed, portability, easy startup, and small item customization, the xTool F1 is one of the smartest beginner picks out there. It also helps answer the beginner question about metal. Can a beginner machine engrave metal? Sometimes yes, but it depends on the type of laser. That's where the infrared side of the F1 becomes important. It gives this machine a real advantage for users who want to do more than just wood and leather. The downside is obvious. The workspace is small, and that means this machine is better for compact projects than larger ones. So this is not the best first choice for someone focused on signs, bigger sheets, or more cutting heavy work. But for speed, portability, easy startup, and small item customization, the xTool F1 is one of the smartest beginner picks out there.
For beginners who want more room to grow, my pick is the xTool S1 20W. This is the kind of machine for someone who already knows they want more than just dabbling. The xTool S1 is an enclosed diode platform that supports multiple laser head options, including 10-watt, 20-watt, and 40-watt versions. And xTool specifically highlights safety features, user-friendly operation, autofocus, automatic pass-through, and rotary engraving support. On Amazon, the 20-watt version is marketed as beginner-friendly, and the S1 line is clearly positioned as a more advanced enclosed step-up from smaller starter engravers. The reason I like the 20-watt version for this category is that it gives beginners more cutting ability and more room to grow without jumping straight into a more demanding CO2 machine. This is the kind of machine for someone who already knows they want more than small gift items. Maybe the plan includes thicker wood, faster project completion, bigger batch work, or a broader range of crafts over time. In plain English, this is the upgrade-minded beginner machine. It answers the question, what if I don't want to outgrow my first laser too quickly, pretty well. The trade-off is that this is not the cheapest or simplest way into laser engraving. If the goal is just to learn the basics and do occasional small projects, this may be more machine than necessary. But for someone who wants a beginner-friendly enclosed system with more serious capability and more future potential, the xTool S1 20-watt is a very strong pick. Now let's talk about a completely different path, the OMTech K40 Plus, which is my pick for beginners who want to start with a CO2 laser. This machine matters because it answers one of the biggest beginner questions in a different way. A lot of people are drawn to CO2 because of cutting ability and material flexibility, especially for things like clear acrylic. OMTech positions the K40 Plus as a fast and affordable laser entry, and the official product page calls it a desktop CO2 laser engraver for beginners with an 8x12-inch working area, a detachable honeycomb workbed, and a 45-watt setup. It's also available with a LightBurn bundle, which matters for people who want a widely used software path. The reason this is not my best overall beginner pick is because CO2 usually asks more from the user. The machine is larger, the setup is more involved, and the environment matters more. This is not the casual, plug it in and make your first coaster tonight type of starter for most people, but for someone who specifically wants a CO2 machine because they understand the trade-offs and want the advantages, the OMTech K40 Plus is one of the clearest entry-level options in that lane. It's the pick for the beginner who wants to start with the more cutting-oriented path instead of the easier diode path. So who should choose this? Someone who already knows they want CO2 capabilities, is willing to give the machine the right space and ventilation, and wants a more serious first step. Who should skip it? Someone who wants the simplest, least intimidating beginner experience. That person is probably better off starting with a diode machine. And now for the final category, the best budget pick, the Creality Falcon 10-watt laser engraver. This one makes sense for someone who wants a real first laser engraver without jumping straight into the more expensive beginner machines. On Amazon, the Creality Falcon 10-watt listing showed a 4.4 out of 5 rating from 249 reviews, which is a much stronger confidence signal than the weaker budget options. The listing also highlights 10-watt output power, a honeycomb panel, and a pre-installation design, which all make it feel like a more credible entry-level machine instead of just the cheapest option on the page. What makes this a strong budget choice is that it still gives a beginner something useful and capable. 10 watts is enough to make it feel like a real starter engraver for wood, leather, paper, coated surfaces, and a lot of beginner craft work. It also gives a better starting point than the ultra-cheap low-power machines that often sound exciting on paper but end up frustrating people once they actually try to make projects. This is the pick for someone who wants to get started without spending too much, but still wants a machine that feels worth learning on. It works best for smaller craft projects, personalization, gift items, practice pieces, and general beginner experimentation. It is not the enclosed, smoother beginner experience of the Falcon A1, and it is not the compact dual laser flexibility of the xTool F1. But for the price, it gives a very reasonable way into the hobby without immediately feeling too weak or too compromised. The limitations still need to be stated clearly. This is not the machine for someone who wants the safest enclosed setup right out of the box. It is not the best pick for serious metal work, and it is not the strongest option for someone who already knows they want bigger cutting projects or a machine they can grow with for a long time. This is the value-first option. It's here for getting started, learning the basics, and making real beginner projects without overspending. So, if the goal is to find a budget-friendly first laser engraver from a recognizable brand with a stronger Amazon review base, the Creality Falcon 10-watt laser engraver is the budget pick and go with. So, to sum everything up, The Creality Falcon A1 10-watt is the best overall beginner laser engraver because it gives the strongest mix of safety, ease of use, enclosure, helpful positioning features, and sensible beginner power. The xTool F1 is the best option for portability, faster customization, and small item engraving, especially if metal marking is part of the plan. The xTool S1 20-watt is the best beginner upgrade pick for people who already know they want more cutting ability and more room to grow. The OMTech K40 Plus is the best beginner CO2 path for those who specifically want to start with that category. And the Creality Falcon 10-watt laser engraver is the best budget pick for getting started without overspending. So, at the end of the day, the best laser engraver for a beginner is not the one with the most hype. It's the one that fits the projects, the materials, the workspace, and the learning curve. If the goal is simple home crafting and gift projects, a beginner-friendly diode machine may be perfect. If the goal is metal marking on small items, a dual laser portable machine makes more sense. If the goal is cutting more seriously and moving into bigger projects, then a more capable enclosed machine or even an entry CO2 option may be the right move. And just a quick heads up before wrapping up, some of the links in the description are affiliate links. That means if you decide to buy through them, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support the channel, and I appreciate it. If this helped narrow down the right beginner laser engraver, check the links below for the latest details and take one more look at what you actually want to make before choosing. That one decision alone can save a lot of money, frustration, and second guessing later.